Sip Girish, Sip Mutkura Anand, Sip Ashok, Sip Pankaj, Sip Samatma, Sip iPhone, Sip Sangamji, Sip Rumataji, Sip Anuradha, Sip Paratiyama, Sip Raju, Sip Sudeep, Sip Bliko, Sip Eru, Sip Abhinav, Sip Bliss, Sip Ashok. So this is the group that we have, and there are many who are in this call, but I can't see you, so I welcome you all to this call. And the administrator is giving us the topic of today's discussion. The topic of today's discussion, you all know the topic? The topic is, what is the difference between divine love and worldly love? What is the difference between divine love and worldly love? So who is going to try and start this? This is not an easy subject for those who do not know the meaning of divine love and worldly love. But those of you who are experts in the subject, who would like to give your first comment?
Shivam Sirji.
Shivam Ashok, what is the difference between divine love and worldly love?
Sirji, worldly love is interest in the people outside.
Okay.
For those who are having love like for lust, for self-gain, selfish love with the people outside. And divine love is true love, which is pure love, selfless, unconditional love.
So how do we differentiate between it? What you're saying is very good. What you're saying, everybody would like to make their love divine. But what are the, not the word symptom is not the word, what are the attributes? What are the attributes of what do we see in divine love and what do we see in worldly love? Rumataji, thank Ashok, don't stop, Ashok. I want you to continue because I know that you feel like you have some more thoughts. You want to say something more, Ashok, now?
Yes, Sirji. True love, divine love is when you see the same love even in a beggar.
But cannot.
Then God.
Cannot.
That is true love, Sirji. Divine love.
Very difficult, Ashok.
Very difficult.
Very difficult for you to have a leprosy beggar in front of you and say, oh, divine love, and I want to go and love the leprosy beggar.
That is difficult, sir, but actually that is the true love.
But I think we need to see every Zoom call. Either I'm wasting your time or I'm contributing to something of your life. Today your life should be transformed on the subject of love. Today your life should be transformed on the subject of love. What exactly is love? So let's hear Rumataji. Ashok, I appreciate you are a real champion. You have given a good start to this discussion, Ashok, and I want to ask you some more questions. But Rumataji.
Pranam Guruji, Shivam.
Pranam, Namaskar, Mataji.
Guruji, divine love is रू to रू.
Okay.
और प्रीतम में जब हम प्रभु को देखते हैं और मैं मतलब बिल्कुल दुनिया की वो नहीं रहता है, कोई भी वो अनकंडीशनल लव है जिसमें कोई एक्सपेक्टेशन नहीं है, कोई भी उसमें छल फरेब नहीं है, बस प्रभु से जैसे प्रेम होना चाहिए वैसे हम हर एक से करें.
No, please explain to me. ये कैसे आप बोल रहे प्रीतम से प्रेम है is divine love? प्रीतम क्या प्रेम तो ये लैला मजनू हो गया ना?
गुरुजी, जब हम प्रीतम की आंखों में भगवान को देखेंगे,
हाँ,
तो हम वो डिवाइन लव में हैं. और ऑर्डिनरी लव तो फिजिकल लव है जिसमें I need you, that's why I love you. हमें प्यार है, हमें डिवाइन लव है, हमें प्यार ही प्यार है, कुछ एक्सपेक्टेशन नहीं है, कुछ रिटर्न नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है, प्योर लव है. और फिजिकल लव तो जैसे आजकल गर्ल्स एंड बॉयज में रहता है, अट्रैक्शन, फिजिकल अट्रैक्शन रहता है और गिफ्ट की एक्सपेक्टेशन रहती है, लड़ाई झगड़ा होता है तो एकदम तोड़ देते हैं, तो वो सब डिवाइन लव में नहीं होता है. इट इज रू टू रू. और हम हर एक में जब वो देखने लगते हैं भगवान को, दैट इज डिवाइन लव.
वेरी ब्यूटीफुल. रूमाता जी, यू हैव एडेड, मतलब आपने, अशोक ने आसमान में सितारे लगाए और आपने चांद लगा दिया आसमान में.
नहीं नहीं गुरु जी, ऐसे कुछ नहीं है, सब आपका ही बताया हुआ है. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है.
रूमाता जी, अशोक and the rest of you on this call, let us get to the clear understanding of divine love. Let us get, we have got Yogini and Bliko also who want to speak, but before the end of this call today, you all agree we are a little unclear about divine love and spiritual love and material love. We are, all of us in this call are slightly unclear. Let me tell you what the world understands as love. I'm only telling that. We think I love you, but in reality, I don't love you, I only need you. When this is the reality of life, I don't love you, I only need you. काम के टाइम में हमें प्यार है, काम के टाइम में प्यार नहीं है. ये तो नॉर्मल है बात. ये तो हस्बैंड वाइफ को भी बोलता है, यार डार्लिंग चाय तो बना दो यार डार्लिंग, हाँ डार्लिंग खाना तो बना दो ना डार्लिंग. तो ये प्यार हो गया क्या?
गुरुजी, जब मतलब से प्यार होता है तो वो प्यार नहीं होता है.
नहीं, वो प्यार होता है, लेकिन वो डिवाइन प्यार नहीं होता है.
हाँ जी.
Let's give clarity. रूमाता जी, वो भी प्यार है. Even lust is प्यार. But when you are in the sea, for example, what is the difference between lust and divine lust? What is the difference between sex and soulful sex? There's a big difference. There's a big difference. लोग ये नहीं समझते हैं. What is divine love? What is worldly love?
गुरुजी, जरूरी नहीं है कि नजदीकी हो तभी प्यार है. When we are 1,000 miles apart also, then also we can love each other.
Of course you can love. If it is रूह से रूह का प्यार, you can love. You can love. You can love even at, but there must be communication. If there's no communication, then how does the love get communicated? So let us not be impractical. In our, you see, in this whole discussion, we want to understand what is the meaning of true love. True love doesn't, I'll give you one small example. Recently, I told you all a story. कि इन हर इंसान में भगवान को देखना है. मैंने आपको स्टोरी दिखाया, बोला हर इंसान में भगवान है. तो फिर एक आदमी है, उसको बोला गया, देखो वो हाथी पागल है. वो बोलता नहीं, हाथी में भगवान है, हाथी में भगवान है. हाथी के सामने गया. हाथी ने क्या किया रूमाता जी?
उसको मार दिया, कुचल दिया,
चटनी बना दिया, चटनी बना दिया. फिर वो गुरु के पास गया, बोला गुरुजी आपने बोला सब में भगवान है, क्या हुआ था? हाथी में भगवान नहीं है. तो गुरु ने बोला, वो क्या हुआ? तुम्हारे माहौत सामने खड़ा था हाथी का, वो तुम्हें बोला कि हाथी पागल है, भागो, हाथी पागल है, भागो. वो तुम्हें भगवान था? वो भी तुमने बोला कि हाथी की दूर भागो, तुमने क्यों नहीं दूर भागा? So I'm just giving this analogy to you to make you understand. Let us be clear. What is this worldly love? Today's subject is very divine. What is the difference between divine love and worldly love? Worldly love is also between a mother and child. Don't say, do you think mother and child love is divine? Rubbish. Rubbish. Mother and child love can only be divine if there is रूह से रूह का प्यार. If there is divinity. Otherwise it's responsibility. Otherwise it's respect. Otherwise it's relationship. I'm giving you 3 R's. 3 R's. All wrong. Responsibility, respect and relationship. They are not divine love. You feel you are responsible.
Guruji, sorry to disturb you. Actually होता क्या है, पेरेंट्स बच्चे को बड़ा करते हैं ना, पहले वो एक्सपेक्टेशन, दे हैव एक्सपेक्टेशन व्हेन वी विल बिकम ओल्ड दे विल लुक आफ्टर. व्हाई?
गलत हो गया. गलत हो गया ना.
Doing because you are doing the duty of a parent. Why you have expectation when
so
in
let
old
me
age
let me explain to you. Let me explain to you why some children take care of parents when they are old and why some children throw them in the अनाथ आश्रम. ये भी इसमें भी 2-3 है. एक तो मतलब है कि माँ बाप की जायदाद चाहिए, हमारा प्रॉपर्टी चाहिए माँ बाप से, तब इसलिए हम केयर करते हैं. और एक है कि नहीं, मेरे माँ बाप तो भगवान है, तो मैं उसके लिए केयर करता हूं. So today we are trying to get to the subject of divine love. Yogini and Bliko. Rumata ji, Ashok, I want you all to stay on the discussion panel. Yogini and Bliko, please. Yogini.
Shivoham, sir.
Shivoham.
सर डिवाइन लव सॉरी वर्ल्डली लव जो है उसमें एक्सपेक्टेशन है और प्लेजर है. प्लेजर के साथ पेन तो ऑलरेडी उसमें आता ही है.
Okay.
So and the divine love is इश्क हकीकी, where you love only the divine. वो खाली लिप पे नहीं होना चाहिए पर अंदर होना चाहिए, अंदर से आना चाहिए वो.
So how would you, in English, you please explain it to me? What is the difference between divine love and worldly love? Difference क्या?
Divine love, worldly love में दुख है सर.
Okay. क्यों दुख है?
Expectation.
Why is there sorrow in worldly love? Why? Tell me why.
क्योंकि वो खत्म ही नहीं होता है, एक्सपेक्टेशन बढ़ता जाता है.
So therefore, the minute there's expectation, it cannot be divine love. Correct? The minute it's there expectations, it cannot be divine love.
No, that is not divine love.
Yeah. So divine love is one which is unconditional and without expectations.
Correct.
You love because you love.
Yeah.
There is no other love. There's no other reason. But what she says is a very good point. In worldly love, there is a lot of heartache and heartbreak. There is heartache and heartbreak because there is no acceptance of the chip in the person. All the time we are finding fault. And because we keep on finding fault, will you find fault with SIP?
No.
You never find fault because that is why the love, you always accept. You accept without protest.
Right.
So if you have divine love for somebody, that divine love is immortal. Your love with that person has to be forever and ever. You cannot tell that person, I will love you till. No till. I will love you no matter what. This is a big challenge. What is divine love? Bliko. Thank you, Yogini. I'm gaadi mein ja rahe hain. I hope you will be available. Bliko and then Rekha Parwani.
Shivoham, everybody.
Shivoham.
So, like Jesus said, love your neighbor as you love your God. So, the definition of love is misunderstood by world because it was labeled with love, but actually it is not love. It is moh, mamta, like what do you call in English? That is all comes under expectation and temporary goals are there. So that was labeled as love, but it is not love. Mother loves her child, but mother don't love the neighbor's child. Even if the child is crying, mother has nothing to do with that. So that is a limited type of love and temporary love. Actually, love is divine. That is only the love, which love comes from God, and love goes to God. Love is God. So love is very, very pure and very, very high level of things. When you love like roof to roof, that is from sip to sip. If you see sip in others, then only you can understand the love. Otherwise, it is all superficial, and it was labeled as love, actually not love.
Beautiful. Very good. The group members of this group have got very good thoughts, very good views on love. But I don't think that we are practically implementing divine love in our life. This is my concern. How do you reach that state of divine love? How are you, something? Most of us, let me tell you one simple thing. We only talk of two things, peace and happiness, correct? We talk of happiness and peace. In my books, in all my writing, the last 1 year at least, I don't write two things, I write three things. Eternal happiness, divine love, and everlasting peace. There are three critical emotions. Joy, love, and peace. All are divine. To me, these are the three most divine emotions. I don't know how many of you have been paid attention to this. Bliss is sip. Love is sip. Peace is sip. Tell me if there's a fourth emotion. I don't know. There are three emotions that are directly sip. They are not pep. They are sip. These are the three most precious emotions of life. Joy, love, and peace. But we are going to come back before this session is over. We are going to come back to this. Right now, I have Girish after Rekha Parwani. Rekha Parwani and Girish. Rekha.
Shubham,
Shubham.
I wanted to say divine love is bliss, and we are in such an anand.
But what do you mean by that? Explain what you mean by divine love. What is your understanding of divine love?
So and
Rekha,
when we get divine love.
No, please repeat.
Divine love. 1 minute. Divine love, I feel, is eternal. It's forever. And it's
Rekha, by telling it's forever doesn't become forever, na? Let the people in the group understand what is this divine love.
Divine love is like there is no give and take in this relationship. It's you get eternal peace, like
beautiful. Always. Now you have given a good point. In divine love wants to give. Love is ever giving and ever forgiving. Now I've given you a new line. In today, first I gave you 3 emotions. Now I'm giving you an attribute of divine love. So one attribute of divine love, it's unconditional.
Yes.
The second attribute of divine love, it's unconditional. Second, it is immortal.
Yes.
Third, it is ever giving and ever forgiving.
And very blissful.
Blissful. So love, that fourth is love is a fountain of joy.
Yes.
So it's a fountain.
Worldly love, so it's only give and take.
So the fifth attribute is, I think it's unconditional. Yes. I'm not sure very repeating. These are all the what? No expectations. So the no love. Love is a fountain of joy, immortal, unconditional, no expectations, and
it's eternal.
It is ever giving and forgiving. 5 points and 5 attributes I have told you all today. If your love has this, and I'm giving the 6th attribute. Love is not for the skin, but for sip within.
Yes.
So that story goes back to Satyam Shivam Sundaram. That movie, he says, what does he say in that movie? I don't remember the song which he sings. Probably Rajesh can sing the song and he can tell us what is the song. He says, Radha se roop churate ho. That song is there. Probably Rajesh will know that song. I don't know. Where the same girl, he's not able to love that girl because she's fully burnt on one side. And in the night when that girl hides the face and goes, he's deeply, madly in love with her. It only shows he's not
in love with her voice. He's in love with her voice.
He's in love and also her beauty. The beauty of the other side of the face.
Yes.
He's a beauty. He's crazily in love with the other side of the face and her voice. But when he sees this side, he gets horrified. The movie Satyam Shivam Sundaram is a very beautiful movie in that more. So Rekha, we are continuing the discussion with Girish, and then you can anything more to add, Rekha?
Yeah, I wanted to say worldly love is very, very temporary, and it is too much of suffering.
So everything else is worldly love. We are only taking the attributes of divine love.
Yes.
So if you want your love to be divine, focus on this. Forget about worldly love.
Yes.
And correct. How many attributes have given? 6 attributes. Let me see whether we can have some more attributes before the end of this session. Girish, Rohit, and Shunya. Girish, Rohit, and Shunya. Yes, Girish.
Worldly love creates bondage, whereas divine love creates freedom.
Beautiful. So beautiful. So in divine love, there is freedom. So and another beautiful attribute Girish has given in divine love. In divine love, when you say there's freedom, 2 people can talk anything to each other. There are people who can't talk. Suppose you're hiding something from your beloved. That's not love. If you're hiding something from your beloved, that is not love. That means you don't love. That means your beloved doesn't love you. Because if 2 people cannot be transparent and open, so I'm giving a new word. I don't know whether, okay, I'll give another attribute as I'm talking to you all. Girish has led me to the other, and according to me, the first attribute actually of love. Divine love is trust. Divine love is absolute trust. Because when you trust somebody, there is complete love. If there is no trust, there is no love. In worldly love, there is no trust. In worldly love, the beloved is looking at the mobile phone of the boyfriend or the girlfriend and seeing क्या क्या किसका मैसेज आ रहा है, कैसे पकड़ना है इसको, अरे पकड़ के क्या करेंगे. This is worldly love. And this leads to Girish's attribute. Divine love has freedom, complete freedom. You let your beloved do what they want. And in worldly love, ये शर्ट मत पहनो, ये पैंट मत पहनो, ऐसा हाथ ऐसा ऐसा नेल पॉलिश मत डालो, ऐसा बाल मत बनाओ, ये स्कर्ट मत पहनो, ये शूज मत पहनो. This is what happens in worldly love. Okay, so Girish, thank you. Anything more to add, Girish? Rohit, Shunya, Saroj, and I believe somebody else was left the subject. Rohit.
Yeah, Shivam Guruji. So
Sure.
yeah, so the I think the difference between divine love and worldly love is conditional and unconditional.
Correct. It's captured. You're right.
Yeah,
Because the
and
moment they're conditional, it's not worldly divine love. Continue.
yeah, and you can divine love you will get only when you get the anubhati, because that is the prem anandamon situation. That is uh, prem, joy, love, and peace.
Beautiful. What did you say? When you divine love happens only when you get?
Anubhuti. So that
This is the most beautiful attribute. So divine love, even Rumataji said it before, is love for sip from the soul. Divine love is love for sip from the soul. Ru se ru ka pyar, but ru se sip ka pyar.
Yeah, and that is unconditional. So that means you accept whatever whatever it is and as is.
Yeah.
So
Because your love is for the divine. It's not for the skin. It's for the divine within. So, my dear friends, we have to know whether our love is divine or not. And when you love this, when I told you, when you love from the soul to sip, then you love everybody. It does not mean that you have to love a leper who's full of blisters in front of you. There may be some cases where you can't express your love. That is human. It's okay. But otherwise, your love is universal. So the next attribute is divine love is universal. I don't know how many we have got. I don't know. We have got 10 attributes. Shunya and Saroj. Shunya. Anything else, Rohit?
no, Guruji.
Okay. Yes, stand by, please. Shunya and then Saroj.
थैंक यू. कबीर ने कहा है, पोथी पढ़ पढ़ जग मुआ भया से आना, पंडित भया न कोय, ढाई आखर प्रेम के पढ़े सो पंडित होए.
Okay.
एंड आई थिंक क्योंकि लव एक ऐसी चीज है जिसको आप भी एट्रीब्यूट्स में डाल रहे हैं, क्योंकि वो इतना बड़ी चीज है, उसको हर कोई डिफाइन नहीं कर सकता. मेरी अंडरस्टैंडिंग जो ये है कि जो वर्ल्डली लव है उसमें हम इंसान को एक ऑब्जेक्ट की तरह पोजेस करके रखना चाहते हैं अपने पास, ये मेरी प्रॉपर्टी है. लेकिन जो डिवाइन लव है या जो लव है, इफ वी जस्ट नॉट कैटेगराइज इट, जस्ट लव, it doesn't matter whether the person is with you or not for XYZ reasons, love remains.
Yes,
Love
so
just remains.
that's exactly what I think Bliko said. But who said that?
Everybody is saying the same thing. Yeah. We are
Divine
all
love is
connected
freedom.
with everybody.
When there is possessiveness, there is no freedom. You don't possess anybody because divine love. So that leads me to the attribute number 11 over or 10 over. Attribute number 11. Divine love is prema yoga. Divine love is prema yoga. It is always being in yoga. So because when you are in divine love, you are loving the Supreme and you're not in bhoga. So divine love is in yoga. What it means, you don't forget sip for a moment. The moment you forget sip, it's not divine love. The moment you forget sip, and we so often slip. We have no grip because love is just on the tip. If love is for sip, you will not slip. You will never. I know, I experience Prema Yoga. In Prema Yoga, the bhava is this. What do I tell my divine? I tell my divine in Prema Yoga, मेरे चित में और ख्याल में तुम बस तुम ही हो, सांस जो लेता मैं हर सांस तुम ही हो, तू दिल की धड़कन, तू मेरी जान हो, तुम हो तो मैं हूँ, तुम बिन नहीं हूँ, कुछ भी नहीं हूँ. This is divine love. You are not just in my thoughts, you are in my consciousness. Right? So the next attribute number 12. Attribute number 12 is love is in every breath of consciousness. Love is in every breath of consciousness. So divine love. So divine love, don't think you can go to supermarket and shop for divine love. Not even in Laila Majnu movie you can get it. Cannot. Saroj, divine love is very beautiful. My dear friends, divine love is a fountain of joy. It is such a beautiful love. Saroj.
Yes, good evening, everyone.
Sip, you're one with all. I
Aji?
think you're one with all. You're one with all.
You are one with all.
Yes.
You're talking about divine love, right?
Yes.
Divine love, that's what we said. Divine love is universal.
Yes.
It is not love from one to another only. Your love is for your beloved. Please don't think that love is not for the beloved. Of course, love is for the beloved, because beloved is lot of people are confused about this. They ask me, what do you mean? I'm confused. Somebody came and told me, I'm very confused. One moment you say divine love is for all. One moment you say divine love is for the beloved is Prema Yoga. Rumataji also was confused once upon a time, but I think I clarified. Divine love is universal, but divine love takes you to the state where your beloved appears as the divine. तुझको प्रभु प्यार करूं, प्रीतम को जब मैं प्यार करूं, प्रीतम तुम ही है, तुझको मैं चाहता, प्यार मेरा तो है प्रेम योगा, तुझको मैं प्यार करता, प्रीतम में तुझको मैं हूँ पाता, होता प्रेम योगा. This is very divine and deep, my dear friends. You don't love the beloved because of the skin. You love the beloved because of the divine within. And that love doesn't stop at the beloved. If you are just possessive about one person, suppose you are madly in love with one man. You are madly in love with one man. It cannot be Prem Yoga because you are so possessed with that man. You are so passionate. You are so obsessed. You are so possessed. That is going to burst. That bubble is going to burst, and like I think Yogini said, that is sure to give you heartache and heartbreak. 100%. 100% that is going to give heartache and heartbreak because it lacks the attributes of divine love. That's why today we are talking about how divine love is Prema Yoga. You have to be in Prema Yoga, in union with Sip, never losing the connection.
Guruji, one thing is there. Many times it has happened when Monday today is again Monday. Whenever Monday bhajans are there, really many times tears roll on my face. At that time, I feel that I am with God, with Sip. So that is also an example of divine love.
No, that is an example of divine love, but that is bhakti. That is deep. That is deep bhakti. Rumata ji, उसमें जब आप प्रभु को इतना प्यार करते हैं, वो that is no doubt that is love, but that is love expressing itself as bhakti.
Okay.
जब आप उसी प्रभु के प्यार को आप एक कुत्ते में देखते हैं, एक small cat, you have a little cat or you have a little pigeon or you have a little चूहा, it may be anything, but प्रभु से बातें कैसे करेंगे? प्रभु को छुएंगे कैसे? How will we touch and feel and love the divine? How, Rumataji? That is why there is a difference, Rumataji, between bhakti yoga and prema yoga.
Okay.
So when we get tears for प्रभु के लिए आंखों में आंसू आते हैं, this is the highest form of bhakti yoga, Rumataji, which is the starting point of prema yoga. Can we be loving to every creature on earth? Can be. Today I found a person loving a dog. क्या हुआ? एक कुत्ते ने एक बड़ा नेल खा लिया. एक कुत्ते ने एक बड़ा इतना बड़ा नेल खाया, इतना बड़ा नेल हमारे ऑफिस में. तो the person, I can say it is beyond compassion. It is the quality of prema yoga. That person went into the dog's mouth to pull the nail out. With the help of somebody, found somebody to pull the nail out of the dog's mouth. Kyun? So the highest form of compassion is love. And this love, that's why I told you the only way to understand divine love is through the attributes. If you do not understand the attributes of divine, so I'm reading out the attributes of divine love just to rehearse what is this divine love. Please read out, tell me one by one the attributes. Okay. Is it there? Okay, so here are the attributes. I'm just reading about from what has been typed. Which chat? It's gone. So the attributes are: one, is there absolute trust? Is there trust between you and your love? If there is no trust, if there is doubt, it is not divine love. One. Two, it is unconditional. There are no conditions. I love you because if, no conditions. Three, no expectations. ना कि तुम कल मेरे लिए इडली बनाओगी तभी मैं तुम्हें प्यार करता हूं. No, it's not like that. Four, the love is immortal. When you believe that your love is not going to last for 1 day, 1 month, 1 year, 5 years. No. When you believe your love is immortal, it is divine love. Five, when that love is a fountain of joy. In the presence of your divine, there is deep level of deep bliss and deep joy. Six, where you are ever giving and forgiving. Where you want to give and you want to forgive in love. Seven, when love is beyond the skin for the divine within, for sip within. Eight, in divine love, there's total freedom. In nine, it is love for sip from the soul. रूह से रूह का प्यार, रूह से प्रभु का प्यार. रूह माता जी, रूह से प्रभु का प्यार. कैसे प्रभु? रूह में. Sure, रूह से रूह का प्यार प्रभु के लिए. When this love goes beyond individual love to universal love. Next, always in prema yoga. When you are in that state of prema yoga, प्रेमी प्रेमी नहीं है, प्रेमी सच में प्रभु है. जब ये एहसास होगा फिर प्रेम योगा. Are we able to be in that state of prema yoga? And then love should be in every breath of consciousness. My dear friend, you think it's easy? You think आप समझते हैं प्यार easy बात है? No, love is easy. Divine love is not easy. Divine love is sip. It comes from sip. It goes to sip. Divine love is divine. Comes from the divine, goes to the divine. We are wasting our life. We are wasting our life in faltu love. We are wasting our life in worldly love. We are wasting our life. I wasted my life from 13 to 20. When I was 13 years old to 20 years old, I wasted my life in ordinary worldly love. I know it for 7 years, 8 years. When I was a teenager, 13-year-old, till 20-year-old, 21, 20. Waste of time. Entire waste of how much time I wasted, how much time I invested in that love. Complete waste of time. अगर मैं वही टाइम प्रभु के प्यार में, प्रभु की भक्ति में करता, मेरा बेड़ा पार हो जाता. तभी का तभी. So I would like you all to ask me questions after Rekha and Shunya. Quickly, Rekha and Shunya, and then questions for the audience. Yes, Rekha.
Shivam, Divine love is to love all.
हाँ.
और एक क्वेश्चन भी पूछना था.
And not to love all, to see divine in all and to love all, but you can also have a beloved whom you love. But you should not have love only one person. That is not divine love. आगे बढ़ो.
कल आपने बोला कि अपने मुंह का खाना उनको खिलाना है, तो वो क्या हुआ, समझ में नहीं आया.
आपका मुंह का खाना उनके खिलाना, कैसे मुंह का खाना खिलाएंगे? मुंह का खाना तो आपके मुंह में चले गया.
आपने मुंह में से निकाल के उनको खिलाना है, भगवान को खिलाना है खाना.
ये कुत्ते करते हैं. कुत्ते अपने मुंह में खाना डालते हैं, फिर चबाते हैं, फिर अपने बच्चों को खिलाते हैं. I don't know what she's talking about. Anybody remembers what she's talking about? Rekha speaks out of some imagination. I don't know what she's talking. Rekha, let me see अगर और किसको कोई याद आता है आपकी मेरी बात. कैसे हम आपने खाया हुआ खाना मुंह से निकाल के किसी को कैसे खिलाएंगे?
आपने बोला यार कल.
आज का मतलब ये है कि हम अपने मुंह में डालने के बगैर किसी भूखे के मुंह में डालें. Maybe you understood wrong. शून्य.
तो हम तो भूखे रह जाएंगे ना.
नहीं, भूखे नहीं रहना है. पहले एक आधा पराठा आप खाओ, आधा पराठा किसी और को दो. ऐसा नहीं कि सब पूरा पराठा किसी और को दो और तुम भूखे मर जाओ. ऐसे ये प्यार नहीं, ये बेवकूफी है. शून्य.
Sir, I just wanted to add one point to that love कि that divine love जब तक हम अपने आप खुद से अपनी soul से नहीं करेंगे, वो आगे project भी हम नहीं कर पाएंगे. So when I am love, I love everyone.
Good. That is one thing we will take up as a separate subject called non-duality. There is no I and you. The moment there is Advaita, in divine love, there is no, that's why we said it is universal. It is universal, it is realization, it is consciousness. So we have just 2-3 minutes left. Thank you, Shunya and Rekha. Questions from the rest of the group. Anybody wants to, because this is a very deep subject. So those of you who are left with unanswered questions, please ask now. Only quick unanswered questions.
Sir, can I speak? Divine
Yes.
love. सर डिवाइन लव के लिए जो मैंने एक्सपीरियंस किया है, मतलब मुझे जहाँ एकदम कनेक्शन फील हुआ है, दैट इज ऑल अबाउट काइंडनेस.
दैट इज कंपैशन. सो
एक्चुअली सर मेरे पास एक एग्जांपल नहीं, मेरी लाइफ में मतलब मैं जब छोटी थी तब से अभी तक मेरा जो नेचर है एक चीज के लिए कभी बदला नहीं. कि जैसे कोई किसी पेन में है या सफरिंग है और मैं उसकी हेल्प कर सकती हूँ कि मेरे पास सोर्सेज हैं, रिसोर्सेज हैं, एंड आई कैन हेल्प हिम और हर. सो मैं डेफिनेटली उसको हेल्प करके या एडवाइस करके या किसी भी तरीके से उसको हेल्प आउट करके मुझे वो बहुत मन में ऐसा फील होता है कि ह्यूमन बीइंग होने का मेरा ये
सरोज, this is a beautiful thing, but it is karma yoga. This is not prema yoga. Prema yoga is not compassion. Prema yoga is love. There is a lot of difference between love and compassion.
तो सर हम ये कैसे प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हैं? एज यू सेड डिवाइन लव इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट, इट्स नॉट इजी. लाइक नो एक्सपेक्टेशंस, अनकंडीशनल, कंप्लीट ट्रस्ट इज देयर.
मैंने ये तो नहीं कहा कि डिवाइन लव इज इजी. मैंने कहा डिवाइन लव इज इजी.
नो एज यू सेड इट्स डिफिकल्ट. हाउ वी प्रैक्टिस इन प्रैक्टिकल लाइफ?
One in a million can find divine love with great difficulty. Maybe 1 in 10 million. Maybe 1 in a billion. I don't know.
यस बिल्कुल सर. जैसे कि माँ और बच्चे का कभी किसी एक लिमिट तक अनकंडीशनल भी हो सकता है. और एक्सेप्ट हम उससे कोई एक्सपेक्ट नहीं करते हैं. अगर हम उनको खाना खिला रहे तो ये एक्सपेक्ट कभी नहीं करेंगे कि इवनिंग का खाना वो मुझे खिला के
माँ और सॉरी टू से माँ और बच्चे का लव डिवाइन लव बिल्कुल नहीं. माँ और बच्चे, सुनिए मेरी बात. लिसन टू मी. माँ और बच्चे का लव इज कंप्लीटली रिलेशनशिप बेस्ड. इट इज कंप्लीटली अटैचमेंट बेस्ड. इट इज कंप्लीटली रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बेस्ड. इट इज नॉट डिवाइन लव. इट इज नॉट लव फॉर द गॉड इन द मदर और द चाइल्ड. व्हेन यू कैन,
किसके बीच में पॉसिबल है फिर?
एनीबडी.
इवन हस्बैंड वाइफ के बीच में भी डिवाइन लव नहीं हो सकता?
नहीं हो सकता है, होता नहीं है. बिकॉज इमीडिएटली जब हस्बैंड और वाइफ हो जाता है, इट बिकम्स अ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. The moment you ask Ru was in the call. Ru ने एक साल पहले या 1 साल या 2 साल पहले रू ने एक बात कही. रू ने कहा, the moment a love becomes a marriage, the love is over. Ru, you remember you told this many months back or 1 year back. Ru ne kaha, from personal experience of all my friends, I'm telling you, love is love as long as love. In the moment it becomes a marriage, it becomes a contract. The moment it becomes a contract, there are expectations. There are jhagada, fights,
झगड़ा भी है
misunderstanding.
सोसाइटी, कुछ रिलेशनशिप में सोसाइटी का प्रेशर भी बन जाता है.
So Saroj, let me put this together. Divine love is love that is divine. It has three primary attributes, three primary qualities. The three primary qualities of love. I told you. Sorry, what are the three primary emotions of life? Sorry, the three primary emotions of life are joy, love, and peace. When we understand these three are divine, these are the three divine emotions of SIP, that type of love, that the same, while that love becomes divine, even the joy is no more a pleasure that comes from eating an ice cream or comes from buying a car or a diamond ring. No, this is not joy. This is just pleasure. And peace cannot come unless it is divine. When there's divine joy, love, and peace, then only divine love is born. When there are no, so I know this is not a simple subject, but probably you all should digest this and ask questions tomorrow, because my clock starts bringing alarm. Ting tong, ting tong, ting tong. Time ho gaya, I have to close. So before I close, my dear friends, I am asking them to paste the attributes of divine love. Divine love can be from anybody to anybody. It can be from man to man, man to woman, man to animal. It has to be between a soul to a soul. It cannot be man to pathar. Man to pathar is not love. It has to be a soul to a soul. When there's love from one soul to another soul, रूह से रूह का प्यार, when this is existing, this becomes divine love. Before I close, let me tell you a small thing I wrote maybe a year ago. रूह बिन ये तन है मरता, रूह बिन ये है मिट्टी, रूह बिन ये तो कुछ ना, रूह बिन मैं कुछ भी नहीं, रूह बिन तो मौत हो जाती, रूह ही तो है शक्ति, रूह ही तो है सब कुछ, रूह बिन हम कुछ भी नहीं, रूह है तो ही हम जिंदा है, रूह बिन हम कुछ भी नहीं है, रूह ही सब कुछ है. You know why I sang this for you? That Ruh is God. That Ruh is the Atma, that is Paramatma, which is inside you. And that Ruh is the soul in everybody. When you start loving what Ruh Mataji said, Ruh se Ruh ka pyar, that is divine love. With folded hands, I bow down to you.